Thursday, October 31st, 2024. All right, recap. Earlier this week, I went to a doctor's office, Monday to be specific, see my doctor, yada, yada, yada. Come home, there's a letter on the door having a code enforcement inspection. Scheduled for the next day. Red flags went up automatically. I've already filed with code enforcement. And I have been in communication in one way, shape, or form since late February, middle March, early February. No, middle March, early April. Gosh, I'm glad I'm videotaping these things so I can get the thoughts clear in my head about what happened. I've got it all written down, and the reason I write it down is nobody can remember every little detail. You have to write it down or else it's kind of, you can build on a memory that's not real. Anyways, I had questions, concerns, needed clarity. I walked up to the office. There were 3 cars parked out in front of the office. Richards, the manager, which I can't confirm her name yet, so I'm not going to blast her until I can confirm her name. And then the so-called district manager, Sarissa, her, I don't really give a fuck about how I call her name, because it sounds like to me she's the huge instigator in this whole fiasco. I came over to get clarity, asked questions, stepped into the office and was immediately asked to leave. Red flag number 2. Issues were raised about me. Red flag number 3. After they've been told, nice didn't work, you got to deal with me now when it comes to our apartment. You were dealing with Alma. You didn't get her do what she told you to do, and now you got to deal with me. That's how things roll. She takes care of the house. I take care of everything else until recently when I got sick. Now the whole burden and weight's on her. Good woman. Fuck you to my brothers and their wives for disrespecting her. Anyways, she got snooty with me, so I got snooty back. Don't dish it unless you expect to get it back. Holy shit, equal rights. You wanted it, you got it. You get to get talked to just like a man. You don't get no special privileges because you're a woman when you fuck up. I'm going to let you know you fucked up. I got questions and concerns, and you're not willing to answer my questions and concerns. Okay, that's fine. Fuck off and die. I don't care. I'll get my own answers. I'll ask somebody else. Someone who knows. Or doesn't know in this particular case, because I called code enforcement. They knew nothing about an inspection. It's my guess they were going to come try to find out, because they've drugged their heels for 9 months. We're starting our 9th month since the official declaration that we're finally going to fix the problem. Now they realize I'm not playing around, and they got to get out of it somehow. That's my guess. One way or another, because they got to be corrupt. I'll find out now. After I chewed her ass out in a colorful way, First Amendment right. I have the right to chew your ass out if you fucked me over. endangered my life. Intentionally, I might add. Endangered Alma's life. Intentionally, I might add. She was nice, no more nice. You don't get nice no more. Hmm. She called the cops. I left. I didn't stick around. Well, I knew what she was going to do. I knew. I, I deducted she was a Karen. Hence the reason I gave her the Karen attitude in return, just with language. Fuck you, bitch. My rights, renters' rights, and I'm going to stand firm on them. These people are scared that they'll get kicked out of the apartments for raising a stink about the shit. I ain't scared no more. You crossed the line. Do what you want to do. I'm going to do what I have to do to protect my family. Not making the same mistakes of the past. I learned from mine. Yours wasn't a mistake. Yours was intention. So I walk back home. On the way, I stop off at my neighbor's who's doing a live stream on his front porch. Cool guy. I've got to get his information. His family's going through some troubles. He's trying to get his relative a transplant. They got denied in Oregon. I think they're trying to get in San Diego. When I get the information, I'll post it in one of my videos. Um, help the guy out if you can. Anyways, standing in front of his house, talking to him while he's on his live stream. Everybody's got this complex. Everyone in here's got an issue with him, except the single moms who are here because the apartment complex protects them, even when their children commit crimes. Upcoming video, I'll show you evidence of the crimes they commit at renters' expense. Our rents increased to pay for the damage of the single mom's kids. They're just kids. Yeah, 6-year-olds kill their teachers. 6-year-olds shoot their teachers. Students walking into schools every day with guns. Sometimes you don't know they're even there. So the cops roll in while I'm standing there talking to them. I can tell by his demeanor, he's absolute disdain for his job and the people he serves. Absolute disdain. In a town like this, it's only 70,000 people. There are buttloads of towns in America with 70,000 people, or thereabouts. He walks up, shows his disdain. Body cams will be in future video. Police reports denied. The city's going to give me my records. I said, when you want to talk, come knock on my door. A little while later, they came and knocked on my door. I gave them the invitation to meet me on the back porch. They met me on the back porch, started with attitude, so I gave them attitude right back. Fuck them. Fuck them. You want to victimize the victim, go right ahead. Fuck them. Just like C. Marvin. You did it, not me. Typical scenario that most of the guys on the internet do. Name and badge number, name and badge number. They're so used to hearing it, you can see their faces when you ask for it. It's fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. No, it's fuck you, because I need your name and badge number so I can do what I gotta do. You created this scenario, I did, by indulging Karen. You indulged her. You let her weaponize you. They left. A little while later, I hear a rustling at my door. It's Clarissa, whatever the fuck her name is, I don't care. Cunt. Evidently tried to tape something to the evidence door of all the violations that have been committed against me by the kids in this apartment complex who think I'm Deadpool. Oops, almost locked the camera. Is that good enough? That's good enough. This is interesting, folks. It wasn't a sword. It's my dog stick. I carry it whenever I leave the house, no matter what. The dog bites this end. I still have this for defense. Somebody comes up to me. This breaks away. Defense. I save lives. I don't take lives. Thou shalt not kill. Anyways, they went on their way. Clarissa tried to tape. It was on the ground. I picked it up and read it. Holy shit. Banning me from the office to do business because of my whatever. You'll see the letter. She did this, not me. She created this mess, not me. The company created this mess, not me. Cambridge Court Apartments, the management company, the owners did this, not me. I'm just the one pointing it out. The other people that are in this apartment complex have the same complaints. The same. There are apartments in here that have mold too. Telling me I don't have photographic rights on the property, the whole 9 yards. Telling them I can't walk around the property. Telling me shut up. Shut up. Telling me what to do in a free country, America. I served. My brothers served. My father served. My ancestors served. My friends served. Every service member in the United States of America, alive or dead, fought for the rights and protected the Constitution so that you have the right to violate mine. It takes a special person to violate someone else's right and then declare you're right when you're wrong. The phone conversation was ended. I called her on it. Find out. Clarify. Answer my questions. Just because I'm asking you questions, don't get snooty with me. I don't give a shit. You get snooty with me, I'm going to get snooty right back. I deserve respect, especially after what you've done. I'm sick too. Now, we have found out you're a bitch. You're an evil cunt. Evil. Intentionally do what you do. That son's a sociopath or psychopath. I ain't figured it out yet, but evidently by the lack of remorse for your actions, I'm going to go with psychopath. So after the phone conversation, I said, fine, watch this. I grabbed my camera. All three of them in the office. All three of them playing victim. This is Hollywood. If you knew the whole story at top of the Hollywood, you know, better than Lifetime Network, way better than Bravo. None of which I watch. Be a good Amazon movie. I could turn. Shit, you none. I bet I could write a great story for Amazon or HBO or one of the other streaming services. So I grab my camera, I park my butt right out here. I walk around the complex, walk around this building. They're inside playing victim for the shit that they're doing. Now they got to cover their tracks. They discovered they've made a false 911 call. Again in this complex, after these people made false 911 call for a crime that wasn't committed. It wasn't a sword. I'm not Deadpool. Fucking crazy. Anyways, so I walk around the complex for a while. After a while, I go home. Stop by the neighbor. Fuck. After the events that have transpired this year and last year, Coleman added to that the other interactions with law enforcement in this town and in this county. Shit, I must be a fucking magnet because I don't break the law. But I've always submitted to authority because let's face facts, everybody at one time or another got snowed by law enforcement's propaganda that they have a tough job. Yada, yada, yada. No, they don't. Not really. Most of the tough work's taken up by state, federal organizations, not local. Local, in a town this big, we got gangs, just like anybody else, migrated from somewhere else, settled here. Face the facts, gangs have always been part of American culture. Watch the movie Gangs in New York. There are other stories. Anyways, stop off at my neighbor's house and walk home. Go home. She calls me back. Why am I still out front? Why am I out front of the office? I wasn't out front of the office. I went home. She wasn't paying attention. Evidence, playing the victim. Played the victim. You're the one that did it, not me. I just called you out on it. Privileged bitch. Elitist cunt. And so I knew after that phone call she was going to call the cops again. Called the day before by the manager. The cops told her, free speech. He's got rights. They left. Next day, call the cops again. They show up. They tell her free speech, she's got rights. Well, then they tell her a lie. I'm going to get the body cam. I'm going to find out how many lies you told them. You're an evil cunt. You're evil. Third call, they show up. I ain't scared. Not anymore. You opened Pandora's box, Sergeant C. Marvin. I met him out here. Arrest me, motherfucker. Shoot me. Shoot me. You wanted to shoot me, right, C. Marvin? Yeah. At this point, I don't care who you are. You're going to get me. The sand paper me. Not 220 grit. Not 120 grit. Not 80 grit. You're going to get 16 grit. The kind of shit they put on a floor sander and scrub off 100 years varnish and wax. That's the kind of sandpaper you can get. The kind of shit that'll leak through to bone. These bitches know now. Now she knows. I don't play. Equal rights. You chose. I reacted out of protection for my family. Wrong guy. So the officer was going to roll away and not take my statement. Didn't even want to take my statement, dude. Till I pointed out the fact. Go ahead. I'm going to love sitting across the table from you during deposition and ask you, did you take my statement? You got no case. Did you take all my statement? You got no case. I said, fine, take it. I'd love to go up in front of the judge, have this case dismissed and stripped. Get paid. Secure my grandchildren's future. Because you decided to be a dick. But guess what? Some people are going to get kicked out of office because Tulare government is deciding to settle issues with lawsuits that cost taxpayer dollars. All across the country, same thing, over and over and over again. Why? Why? Why can't you just do the right thing? It's cheaper. It's cheaper. He said he was going to go make a phone call. I said, fine. Knock on the door. He came and knocked on the door. I said, fine, here we go. Broke rule number one. I let him in the house without a warrant. Invited him to sit down and asked him to give him a glass of water, both of which he rejected. Weapons in hand. I'm sitting down taking the submissive role, and he's standing up in the authoritative position. You fuckers better bridge the gap. You created your own nightmare. Now fix your fucking nightmare. Us against them. So I told him the whole story from start to finish. He stood there through it all, looking at his face, and I didn't record a damn minute of it. It's on his body cam, though. I corrected him a few times on things he is offended by when I say it, like when I told him the statement. You guys don't have a dangerous job. Danger is not your job. You might have a hard job because you got to deal with people's attitudes, but you created the attitude by coming up aggressive. So that's what I show you in return whenever I interact with you fuckers. It's going to be aggressive because that's what you give. Just ask Bam Bam Dipshit and his supervisor, who ironically is now the supervisor on the case that I'm bringing against her for her criminal act, threatening my life. Yeah, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You weaponized the police to come here and violate me under your lies. That's conspiracy to commit murder. All three of you were in there deciding how to handle a situation and turn a situation that was no more than no more than mean words correcting you, chastising you for your shit. I ain't got to talk to you nice, not after what you've done. And you get offended, and Richard thinking I'm going to back down just because they're a woman. Richard, you're a simp. You're a simp. They are using you, and they're going to sacrifice you. That's how that card's going to get played. The manager's going to get sacrificed. Clarissa might even get sacrificed. The only people that won't get sacrificed are the people that own the property. And depending on how big the lawsuit is, guess what? They're probably going to try to sell it off to pay for the lawsuit. That's how that works. I guess it's a crapshoot, a roll of the dice, whether we get good new owners and good new management to get rid of the bad owners and the bad management. Hopefully it's 50-50. We'll see. We'll see. But that's how that card's going to play out. You can see down the road how that card's going to play out. I'm just curious to know if she got ties to city government. I'm going to get my public records. I'm doing the investigation now. You guys are too late. You had your time to answer my questions and do me right. You chose not to do me right, so I'm going to do my investigation. That's how that one's going to do. Mr. City Manager, give me my records. I don't care what your lawyers say. If your lawyers have got to, if they're interested in the records that I'm asking for, you got my social security number, give me my records. You violated me, give me my records. All of this is linked together. Give me my records. I'm doing an investigation now. Please escalate. You weaponized law enforcement to come here to kill me so there wouldn't be a lawsuit. You're an evil cunt. And a dumb one at that. First Amendment right. I got the right to chew your ass out. You evil fucking cunt. Go fuck yourself. Fuck off and die. Almost so scared. She's sleeping in her mother's house. You're an evil cunt. I told her she can't sleep here no more. She packed a bag this morning. Went up to Fresno to take care of her mother. Hopefully she's coming to the rehab facility today. We'll see. And I told her, stay at your mom's house till I call you. Evil. Evil. Both of you. No remorse. None. And to do shit like that, and now you've put you and yours in jeopardy. Holy shit. I'm a Karen man. Karen. My opinions on single mothers are just my opinions, but my opinions are based in fact and experience, so kiss my ass. If either one of them are married, husbands, wake up. This right here is your red flag. Run. Run. If she's willing to weaponize police to come kill me for something she did to prevent herself from being sued and held liable and responsible for what she did, imagine what she gonna do for you to get her hands in your pocket. For whatever reason she wants to do. Because you told her, no, you're not going to take out the trash. Next thing you know, your dick's cut off. Run, motherfucker, run. Run. And if you're a guy trying to hook up with them, don't do it. I got Me Too'd. But no Me Too'ing went on. Dangerous girls. Dangerous time to be involved with single women right now. If you're a single man, don't. If you're a married man, don't cheat. It's a dangerous time to be involved with single women. Children are not. So, after all was said and done, me on edge after having to confront officers. And Mr. C. Marvin, you weren't the first law enforcement officer to stick a gun to my head. You weren't the first law enforcement officer who got weaponized by a woman. And I kept my mouth shut and I let it go, Mr. C. Marvin. I let it go. Trying to heal. Anyways, I digress. That's another story. That's coming up. That one's a good one. That one's a good one. That one's about these fucking cunts who weaponize law enforcement to come to my back porch and have an officer shoot me in the head. Sergeant C. Marvin. And you don't think there should be a Karen law? Single women don't want a Karen law. Karens don't want a Karen law. Yet Karens and Karens are killing people, injuring people, having people thrown in jail. Violent acts committed against them for having done no wrong just because a Karen got her feelings hurt. Fuck your feelings. And it didn't take me long. In fact, I think I mentioned it. I don't remember. I think I mentioned it to him sitting in the living room when I was explaining to the officer my side of the story. The whole story. At least the synopsis. The Spenceristic version of the synopsis of the story. Sorry, I'm long-winded. I like to tell a story. Mark Twain was a good writer. Thanks, Diddy. I knew then what she was trying to do. It just clicked. Bam. There ain't but one reason why someone would call the cops 3 times on somebody who really hasn't done anything wrong except say some strong words. They baited me. I didn't take the bait. I spit that fucking bait away. Hell no, I'm not gonna violate you. I'm gonna chew your ass out. But I ain't gonna violate you. I'm not stupid. I ain't stupid. I'm not a violent man. Words aren't violent. Words can be aggressive. Words can hurt, yeah. Sticks and stones may break my bones. So do words, evidently, to Karens. I was thinking, I think I mentioned it to him, conspiracy to commit murder, but, I didn't say the words, but I told him in my living room, they weaponized law enforcement to come hurt me. His jaw went. There's 2 meanings to that look when that statement is proposed. Guilty. He was in there, conspiring right along with 2 Karens. I let her go home to her and her family that night. I let them go home. I went to go think, calm down, try try to get a hold of the thing that people of color face every fucking day. In a situation like this, a white woman or an office woman or a manager or somebody like that said a big black man came in there and made threats when he didn't say anything. I'm a white guy who chewed ass. If a black man came in there and they were offended in any way, shape, or form, and the cops were weaponized, and they came, well, you know the story. Numbers don't lie. It's not the first time. But a guy like me, who knows if it's happened to me, it's happened to others. And if it's happened to me, being face facts, white folks, you privileged. Them's the facts. The numbers don't lie. When it comes to law enforcement and interactions with law enforcement, white people are more easily let go. White people are more likely not to, for an interaction with law enforcement, not to go sideways. People of color, they are more likely for it to go sideways. That's just the way it is because thin blue line us against them. That culture that has been developed over decades, century, and more. What? 150 years now? No, more. More than 150 years since law enforcement was instituted in this country. And it's now morphed into something that the founding fathers warned us about. The standing army. They didn't want a standing army. They warned us about it, said it would be a bad thing. Bad for freedom, bad for the society that they were trying to build. She went home, and I spent a night in mental chaos. Thank you, C. Marvin. Used to be much easier to deal with these scenarios before you. A night of chaos. Record stuff I've recorded. Scared. Alma got home. The door to the bedroom was left open. I stayed out in the living room because it's the most vulnerable place in the house. And I walked and paced, recorded, walked, paced, recorded. Some of the videos I might release, some of them I've already have, and nobody's paid attention because I didn't tag them or they weren't special with bunches of colors. Next morning, she's walking out the door. I let her know. I'd already told her when she got home before she went to bed that I was thinking about walking up to City Hall, take care of business. I gotta get this shit going. I got to get the ball rolling, and they're delaying, stonewalling, trying to run the clock out. It ain't gonna work, gentlemen. I'm gonna purposely, intentionally let you do what you're doing just to make you look bad because you need to go if this is the way you're gonna do business. I ain't dead yet. I'm providing my last service to society and the community that I live in to do my best to get rid of the corruption. I'm here. Thank you, C. Marvin, for waking me up from my mourning over my father. You helped wake me up. April finished the job. And July 1st, oh shit, that was my dad's foot in my ass. Get her done, boy. The leaves better be raked up before I get home. Chores better be done before I get home. That was that wake up call, July 1st. To continually do it. Even after you've been told it was wrong, even after you knew it was wrong, you didn't backtrack, fix it. Even after I told you, even after I asked you. Anyways, whole thing's interlinked. All of it's interlinked. Completely how, I don't know yet, but it is. I already know it's interlinked. I got enough information to link it. The supporting factors I don't have. I have my supporting factors. I don't have theirs that they have that are mine. They have to give me mine. Yeah, I'm gonna post this. Sure enough, heads up. Full frontal assault. Give me my records. The next day, took me a while to load up my cart. Heavy cart. Carry my display all night. My style of activism. A board to write on with a Sharpie. If somebody happens to sit down and converse because I look like a dork. I like dork. I like geek. I like different. Always have. I get set up and they turn the sprinklers on. Get my shit wet. Legal papers wet. My voter my voter packet. Does that would that count as voter tampering? Voter intimidation? I guess I know who I'm voting out of office. Kiss my ass. After being there a while, nobody talked. Me talking to myself, though. Thank you, Mr. C. Marvin. Me pretending that my father is sitting next to me. My mother. City manager shows up. He has no clue when he steps up about what transpired the next day. The day before. I got to move out of the sun. He has no clue about what transpired the previous 2 days. The law enforcement interactions the previous 2 days. The malicious use of 911. The malicious weaponization of law enforcement to endanger my life. Alma's life. All because I called them out for violating us, entering our 9th month of cleanup on the apartment job. Back in my day, me and my brothers would have gone in there and it'd been done in a day. Head down, get the job done, radio blaring. Stopping to drink water and get right back after it. Stop to eat lunch, maybe catnap because you were up late doing something else the night before. And then get back after it. Radio blaring, get back after it. Maybe go back the next day to do touch-ups. But that job would have been done one day. Me and my brothers. Don't believe me? Ask them. One thing true about the Rima boys. We hate not working. At least I do. I hate it. I hate not being able to create, serve, do for others. I hate it. He showed up. I told him what transpired. He's scattered. I did him a solid. I knew walking down there, I'd already thought it through my head. And I walked all the way there virtually nonstop because if I even pause in front of Tulare Union High School, the shit hits the fan. Ain't that right, Bam Bam dipshit? You're a fucking dumbass idiot. You have no reason to be a cop. People are going to get killed. You're going to get people killed. I don't care how nice you are. You didn't do those students out on the field any favors by doing what you were doing in that car. You put their lives in danger. No ifs, no ands, and no buts. Wait till that supervisor comes and takes my statement about this shit. Bam Bam dipshit supervisor is handling this case. How corrupt can you get? The guy that's violated me before is now the supervisor on a criminal case. My criminal case. The guy that's violated me before is now the supervisor on my criminal case. You think I should be worried? I ain't a conspiracy guy. I'm a facts guy. Show me the facts. If you ain't got the facts, shut the fuck up. Ideas and conspiracies, fine. Okay, we can build a story, but then you got to support the story with facts. I got facts, and you got my facts, so give me my facts. Can't wait to see how this one turns out. Conspiracy to commit murder by proxy. You don't believe it's a crime? Look it up. You don't believe law enforcement's been weaponized before to kill people? Naive. That shit happens all the time. Remember a little black boy? Or was it left Chicago or Detroit to go see family down in Mississippi, never made it home? Based on a lie. Conspiracy to commit murder. Black Wall Street, decimated. Hundreds of lives. Tortures. Lynchings. For what? A lie. I could go on and on and on. The history of America. How many times a lie has been used to weaponize somebody's violence. And then they get away with it. By the way, the state of Mississippi never prosecuted the old lady once they found out who the old lady was. Never bothered to prosecute for the lie. Conspiracy to commit murder. At least that's what I remember. She never got prosecuted. Never even got a slap on the wrist. She was held in high regard among the white community. I wouldn't doubt if they got a statue in her hometown. So that's it. That's what I did. I filed criminal charges against those cunts and Richard for conspiracy to commit murder. And whatever else is going to get stacked on there, because I'm going to do my investigation and I'll add to it before the grand jury. Before the grand jury sees this case, I will have gathered what I need to know. The district attorney's going to have to let me in on the loop. The police department's going to have to keep me in on the loop because it was my life that was placed in jeopardy. It was Alma's life that was placed in jeopardy. I ain't letting this one slide. Fuck them. Fuck them. I'm busting my ass and doing what I need to do to try to get my health to it. Trying to play one more inning. So I can go see my grandchildren and my boys before I die. Yet they want to keep fucking with me. Mr. C. Marvin, you should have left me alone. You should have realized that was some horse shit. You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. Still ain't got that body cam. Still being maliciously prosecuted for that weaponization of law enforcement. Mr. District Attorney, you're a dumbass, Tim Scott. You ain't half as smart as you think you are. Full frontal assault. Department of Justice investigated you, didn't they? You and Boudreaux? That criminal? Now he's running for office. He's trying to run from that which he already knows is coming. You're guilty of your crimes, and the DOJ's coming for you too. Both of you. My case supports their case. Oh shit! Like I said before, there are things I'll say you can't make this shit up on, but yeah, you can. Karens do this all the time. And governments do this all the time. I'm just the guy who says no. See, Marvin, you showed up to the back porch of a dying man and pointed a gun in his face. A man mourning the loss of his father, for which he was not able to be at his bedside or go to the funeral. You came to the back porch wanting to shoot something. It was a white man. Can't shoot them, can you? Might look bad. Mexican man is just another gangbanger. Black man is just another criminal. But if it's a white man, there might be issues. You're an evil motherfucker too. You might be nice to those who worship you, but I saw your face. I saw your actions. I saw your behavior. I saw your eyes, your facial expressions, your body language. I saw the whole thing. Every bit of my screaming and hollering at you that day, and the other fucking banana nut cheesecake motherfucker, criminal himself. I saw all of it. I know who you are. coming soon to a theater near you. Going to be some good writing. I've already started on it. It's difficult to do it right now. Anybody out there gets this late into the reel, I got to get a computer. I'm typing a movie script, a story, a book, plus starting a YouTube page, plus, all on a government phone. So the government knows what I'm doing. District Attorney's Office knows what I'm doing. The police department knows what I'm doing. They're watching everything I post. See, Marvin, you fucked up. District Attorney, you fucked up. Holy shit. Yeah. Give me my records. Anyways, that's that. Conspiracy to commit murder. I filed the charges. Do not call. Do not contact. Leave them alone. They're mine. I got this. Easy peasy Japanesey. Fuck you. Just because you're a woman? Weaponized? Fuck you. So I may or may not be giving updates on that case. All the files concerning Cambridge Court, all the videos concerning Cambridge Court will be in one folder. I'll put them in a playlist folder. Enjoy. I mean, it is a story, but remember, everything that I post right now, for the most part, is interlinked. It's all one big story. Interlinked. That's all for now. I gotta go edit some videos, including this one, which is now, I've been sitting here for an hour and 3 minutes and 15 seconds. I miss you, boys.